a coach. I help people with wellness. And I'm offering you a tip today about energy, about feeling like you have energy. So I'd like you to right now just assess overall, if you could put your energy on a scale from 1 to 10, what number would you give it? And if you just ask your body that, you'll get a number. So you can trust your body, and you can trust that what that number is. If you think of 1 as having 0 energy and 10 as having the best energy you've ever had, somewhere on that continuum you are. And if you're like most of us, we want to spend more time at the top of that continuum having that positive energy than we do at the bottom. Energy, by the way, is different than that sense of like after you have a cup of coffee and there's that little buzz, so that wake me up buzz. Real energy is grounded, and it just feels full in the body, the mind, the emotions, and the spirit. And when we're full of like caffeine or that buzz, that runs out. That has highs and lows. And we want to have that sustained energy. So energy is directly connected to our kidneys, and that's why I'm going to show you some movements that you can do that will raise your energy and will test your energy at the end. I'm even going to share with you a 2-minute dance that will combine some of the movements. So first of all, it's really good to know where your kidneys are and what they're for. So if you take your hands and you place them in back at that bottommost rib, just below that, and behind, directly behind the belly button in front, are your kidneys. They're a lot higher than a lot of people think that they are. So if you place your hands there and you just let them rest in for a moment and breathe into your kidneys, when you inhale, your diaphragm pushes the kidneys down, and your kidneys aren't attached to anything directly that support it. It's all the organs in the diaphragm moving that make them go down and come back up again. So when the kidneys go down and up again, they get this natural movement with the breath, and they are also related to having a healthy sexual energy, as well as feeling vital and feeling young and feeling alive. So they're good to have in balance. All of the organs are affected by them. They help our body cleanse. So when we urinate, we clear things out of our body, and it's really important to drink enough water so that we're constantly flushing out the toxins that we take in. So drinking water and coming into balance with our water, as well as to finding movement in this part of our body, will help to stimulate your kidney chi. So one of the movements I'll share with you is just, let's work with, we're going to lift the kidneys up. So if you take your hands to one side of your body, about where you feel that kidney is, and on your inhale, imagine it coming in and coming up. And you can even use your hands on that inhale and manually sort of imagine it coming up. And then on the exhale, keep it in that high space. And then try it again. Inhale and just go inside the body with your hands like you could scoop it, and you could hold it in your hands. And exhale as you ground. So you're just creating space on this side of your spine. One more time, inhaling and coming up. Exhale, feel your feet. Pause for a moment and just compare one side to the other. So how we hold our pelvis is related to our feet, and the inner arches of our feet are related to the pelvic floor. And the pelvic floor is one of the muscles that we use inside the pelvis that lift the organs up and give them that support. So it's really important to have strong feet and to have arches in your feet that you can sort of dome or suction, and feel that relationship coming right inside your pelvic floor. Now we're going to do the other side. So let your hands get there for a second and just feel that area, and then inhale and imagine you're scooping it, and your hands are holding the kidney, lifting it up. On the exhale, just feeling the feet and feeling the length in the thigh you've created with the breath. Let's do it again. Inhale, bring that kidney up. Nice full breath, your diaphragm's going down. Exhale, keep that kidney lifted up, giving it new space inside. One more time. Inhale, lift that kidney up. Exhale, let your feet ground. And now just pause for a moment here. The kidneys teach us that we need to have balance in our life. We need balance in our body as well, but balance in our life. So when we're always doing output, when we're always stressed, we're not eating well, we're on that treadmill of life, the kidney chi can get very imbalanced. So it's really important to do restorative practices and self-love and self-reflection and time and meditation and those things that you do that are more, you could call them yin, they're more inward directed, less outward directed. We need to have a balance in that for the kidneys to be balanced, and so we don't get adrenal fatigue or have problems in other parts of our body later on. So another exercise that you can do for the kidneys here, if you let your feet go right underneath your hips, and now we're going to do what's called a hip stir. Shift your weight to the left, and we're going inside the pelvic bowl, and we're going to go along the back of the pelvic bowl and around to the right, and then to the front and around. So like a bowl that you would stir. And let's initiate it with the abdominal muscles. So these muscles are also breathing muscles. So you don't want to have them held in. A lot of times you'll see that tight six-pack abs, and the person when they walk are so tight here, there's no movement whatsoever. That relates to pain, and it can burn out, you know, your kidney chi. We want to have movement of the breath in the belly and fluidity in that part of our spine. It's designed to move that way. So as you move around, engage strength, but also notice what can you relax. What is part of the movement? Isolate, so the ribs stay still as best as you can. The thighs can stay still. And you're just moving through the pelvic bowl, shifting the weight around. Nice, yeah, one more time. Good. Now another important factor about the kidneys is the pelvic floor and the psoas muscle that connects through the inner thigh, comes up through the pelvic floor, and weaves into the back of the spine, connects behind the belly button. So it's very close to where the kidneys are in that area. If we go sideways, you can do it with feeling through your body. The pelvis has a natural curve in your lumbar spine that if it's overdone, so like after having babies, it takes a while to strengthen the core muscles to draw it in, let the tailbone point down, and then lift up and out. That's would be the process of that kind of posture. Now some of us are too tight right here and tucked under and shortened. So that also throws the shoulders and the neck off. So if we become, through awareness of noticing what is our tendency in our posture, we again can take the tailbone, instead of letting it be tucked between the legs where there's too much tension in the buttocks, let it go slightly out so that the spine has a gentle, natural arch there. So we can play, one of the movements that we can do in dance or just at home here is if you place one ball of your foot in back of you and you just let your tailbone tuck under and release. And under and release. And inside, imagine the kidneys coming in and up and being supported and squeezed every time. This can be done at various speeds. It's your sacrum as well as the pelvic floor and the abdominals. And it can be done not just front back, but you can also go back and back and back and back. And that just helps to work some of the extensors in the back of the spine, if those were weak, as well as learning to release and relax through the hip joint and just let it glide. So I'm going to show you a 2-minute song now where we'll put some of those movements together, and then I'll have you assess what your energy is. So let's just take the feet right underneath your hip joints, spread your toes, feel the weight in your heels, knees are buoyant. Inhale, lift the kidneys up. Exhale, ground and push into the legs, lengthening up your hips. Inhale, lift the kidneys. Exhale, push into the floor, lengthen the thigh bones, and imagine just really standing on your legs. One more time, inhale up. Exhale, feel those strong legs rooted, starting with a hip stir to the left, around. The hands will help you to move and stir the base of your spine. You could put on your own favorite music later. Nice, one more time, and now reverse that stir. So you're getting in the flow to go in the opposite direction. This is a great movement that will help if you tend to be a little more tilted. If you're leaning into one foot on the inside and one foot on the outside, which is a very common posture, it can throw a tilt in the pelvis that can cause pain. So pay attention here. Notice that you're on 4 corners, bottom of your foot, not leaning more into the arch of 1. So you want to counter that. Last 2, last 1. Now the tailbone forward, tailbone back. I'm going to show you from a side view. Forward and back. Now your head, you're not shrinking when you go forward. You're rocking on the hip joint. And let's practice that a little bit faster. Get ready. Here we go. Great time to play with the breath, to let your body find its groove in that dance. Now you know what? We can go even faster than this. Let's try triple speed, front, back, front, back. Here we go. Sometimes having the hands still so you can isolate another part will help. Keep that exhale going, that breath. Awareness in the moment, so it's not hurting. You can make it smaller if you need to. Now let's go back and in. So back, tailbone under, back, tailbone under, growing up through your thigh bones, bringing mobility into the lower spine. Ready for faster speed, here we go. It's back and back. Awareness of what's behind us. Still using the abdominals and the breath. Weights balanced in your feet. Try triple. Back and back and back and back. 4 more times. Nice. Turn towards me. Now just take a moment to feel those long legs. Let's shift into one leg. And feel that support, that lifting up from your kidneys. Bring one leg up in your balance. So there's stability on one side. You can play with movement on this knee to bring mobility into the other hip. Breath is steady. Can go in all different directions. It's a ball joint. That massages into the joint, releases synovial fluid. Change legs. Plant your foot. Find your stability in your length, and then play with the knee. Let it move in all different places. It'll help you to build core strength as well. All right, come back to your feet underneath you. Inhale, breath, just like we started. Lift the kidneys. Exhale, little sound. Ah. Now that vibration, that breath and sound is the sound of the kidneys, and you can vibrate with your ah, sending it right into the kidneys. One more time, that really can awaken the kidney chi. Ah. And now just take a moment to check in. On a scale from 1 to 10, what's your energy level now? And just ask your body. I hope and can safely assume that it has increased some. These movements, as well as drinking a lot of water, will truly help with your energy. I also wanted to welcome you to, one second, sign up for my new newsletter. I'm creating these tips, and this month is about water. So there's more tips about drinking, how much water you need to drink, and some tips on reminding yourself to drink water, as well as this video. And each month we'll have a different series that can help you stay motivated and excited. Have a great day, everybody, and thank you for watching.